How's Melissa doing with her overall health as a human being, and what are the qualities of that health? We've just talked to us about that.
I feel like my mental health is pretty okay. Like I feel pretty, and I consider that to be the most important aspect of holistic health because, of course, spiritual health comes first, but the mental, what you wrap your brain around every day and how you perceive things is really how you're going to live.
What do you do to I mean, obviously you do a lot to groom your mental health. I mean, you've got your circle, you've got your people, and you've got
my energy work. I get energy work, massage as much as possible. Go massage. Keeping myself, giving myself alone time.
But I'm curious about which pathways your relationship to health take. Is it through the spirit, through the mind, through the heart?
So lefty logical would be like your left side of your brain that's just very analytical, very like a sense of science and whatnot. And the right is more spiritual, more interpretive, more artistic. So I don't think it's necessarily what you see. I think it's more important. Health is how you perceive. The eyes are seeing one thing, but when it goes up and filters through these aspects up here, I think that's where the wellness begins. Spiritual wellness is kind of, I wouldn't say it's the second thing, I would say it's kind of like the same almost, because the spiritual wellness is what feeds your, so I don't know that I would say in my perspective every day that I say God is my health or God is my wellness, but I feel like if you don't have faith or you don't have a connection.
Left and right brain stuff aside, what motivates you? You know, what gets you moving towards
Well,
health?
I mean, based on my belief systems, I think in the things that I grew up feeling and thinking, physical does have a big deal for me.
Right.
You know, when pants are starting to get tight, you know, that's the time when I'm like, oh, what am I doing? So I do have triggers, things that make me recall. If I start feeling myself getting a little more angry, or maybe I'll I have a thought about somebody else and it feels like a judgment. I'm like, ooh, I don't like the way that feels. So yeah, like that doesn't feel good to me. Something's up.
It kind of is a little bit of an alarm.
Yeah.
Something. And what about the moments of feeling just fantastic?
Oh yeah, those are good. Those are really good.
So is there a time when you feel in the flow where all of the healthy aspects of who you are actually working?
Yes.
We would love to hear about that.
I felt a lot
Teach us.
of times in my life like that, but to be quite honest, since I have become a mother, they're fewer than they used to be, where everything is, and it's not because she's not fabulous or the experience isn't great. It's just I don't feel like I have as much time to focus on my own balance, my own stuff.
So what did those times look like when you were really feeling on top of your health
definitely
game?
exercising. And anyone that says that exercise is not great for every aspect of yourself is crazy, because you feel it when you don't exercise, and that to me was always big. Yeah, back in the day it was the gym, it was definitely running. I used to run a lot. I always felt like I just had a lot of strength to me. I felt very active. I remember doing like programs, like workout programs for like 6 weeks at a time and that kind of stuff. You know, but at the same time I've done food plans too, like Herbalife I did like years ago. I had great success with that. Actually, I just ordered a can because I want to get back into doing shakes and things. And it works for me. And now I feel like walking, going for a brisk walk with Sarah is good. Like that's good for me. And I walk in the city. Today it's definitely like I'm larger than I'd like to be. It's not even about necessarily being skinny, because that's just, I've never would like to be skinny. I've never been skinny. It's not my body type, but when I feel like I'm energized, that's healthy. When I feel like I can run around with Sarah and not feel like I'm tired, that's healthy. When I lift up my arm and I don't see a little flammy flame, that could be, because then I know I'm lifting.
Yeah.
And that to me, like when I lift, even light weights, just when I lift weights, I feel really empowered. It's probably a power thing.
This is where you like to be.
Yeah.
This is more athletic. So point to the pictures.
Definitely more athletic, I'd say, knees. Definitely more centered and spiritual, taking more time for meditation and yoga and things that would have been more of my past that I've done. Definitely trying to stop putting my person back there, like that other person I was, and trying to incorporate that person with me.
Eating is sort of a what? What's your relationship to food? Tell us about your food philosophy, what you aspire to, what's real.
Ideally, you know, my 5 to 6 small grazing meals per day. That's my thing. That's when I do the best, the most water I can get in me in a day. That's when I feel the best. Now 2 meals a day when I can grab it.
So, you know, where do you think you stack, you know, in terms of the American attitude towards health and...
Sometimes I feel confused.
Yeah.
I feel really like, I feel like I'm, if you want to go by averages, I think I'm like a little above average.
What do you usually make for dinner?
Well, if it's like this weather, we'll put something on the grill. I'll usually grill some veggies for myself. She likes tofu, so I'll do like a tofu over rice with like some green vegetables. So there's always veggies, maybe a salad.
Wherever your healthy
Yes.
places are
Yes.
in your house, can you show us?
The best peanut butter.
Oh, let me see.
It's Trader Joe's. Flax oil I put in my daughter's juice.
Do you?
Yes, it gives her omega-3s, and because she's not eating good salmon and yummy fishes and stuff.
Yeah.
Soy creamer, strawberries, eggplant, blueberries, oranges, a buttery spread rather than
Butter?
butter.
Has there been any kind of messaging or programming or anything in the media that's taught you something about health?
Well, the internet, I mean, obviously, like, it's infinite with the stuff you can learn. So I'm always online. I was looking for a new pediatrician, so I was Googling about holistic practitioners. Recipes I get online sometimes. Food Network. I didn't mention that last time. I don't know how I could have not mentioned Food Network because I am quite Food Network lover.
What do you love about it?
I love food, but I wrote down, I love like the Barefoot Contessa. Have you ever seen her?
Yes.
Ina Garten. And the thing is, I feel healthy when I watch her, but she's not the picture perfect healthy with what she cooks. She puts butter and does all her stuff, and that's okay though. I still feel like healthy when I watch her. I definitely think that you have to love what you do. I think one of the number one causes of disease, if I must say, is people being stressed out and hating what they do. I think it just promotes disease in the body. And I think when you're miserable and unhappy, it's just, the physical will just follow. Trader Joe's, I was just writing down some because it said what imparts you. When I saw this Trader Joe's sign, Trader Joe's makes me feel healthy. Sesame Street makes me feel healthy.
Why?
Totally makes me feel
Yeah,
healthy.
what's the spirit of Sesame Street that equals
I feel
health?
no guilt when my child sits in front of the TV and watches Sesame Street, and that's big because as a mom, that was always my thing was, I don't want to just sit her in front of the TV, but as a mom, you know that, oh my gosh, it gives you an hour to do something. So Sesame Street, the innocence, the education, and then channels, Planet Green, History and Discovery, and DIY too, Do It Yourself channel. I like that. I think that makes me feel good. I think anytime you can redo something in your home by yourself, or like, you know, tile a wall or put in a floor or something, it just makes you feel great.
What do you think of when I say drug companies? What kind of thoughts?
That's funny. I'm glad you said that because that's definitely that would be the top of the list of what makes me feel the most unhealthy and the most lied to. Pretty much. When I see them on TV, the drug commercials, I feel lied to. I feel very lied to. I think medications really, there's some that, of course, I mean, they save lives and people need them. I have a really hard time being able to trust drug companies.